topic is mapping a 5-5-10. For those of you who aren't familiar with what this refers to, 5-5-10 stands for 5 active listings, 5 expired listings, and then knocking 10 doors around each of those, which would total 100 doors you would actually knock on, which should result in approximately 25 to 30 contacts. Now, by doing this activity, you're going to become an expert in your marketplace. You'll become an expert at pricing, an expert in the neighborhoods. You're going to know the models that are out there, where the schools and shopping are located. So when anyone asks you questions about real estate, you'll know for your area what's going on. Now, the 5-5-10, what I'm going to show you today, the prep work should take you maybe 20-30 minutes and should be done the night before, okay? You don't want to get in the morning, then have to prepare all this. Too many distractions happen when you go in the morning. Get it done the night before, then when you get up, get ready, you can go straight to the very first property. First thing we're going to do, step 1, is log into MLS, which I think everybody should know how to do. Here we go, see our MLS. And step 1, we start at search. Okay, residential detail. We're searching on 2 statuses, active and expired. Okay, the first one we select is expired. MLS automatically defaults our time frame from 0 to 180 days. You might want something for a little bit longer than 180 days or 6 months. And if you go back farther than that, say 1 to 2 years, you will be one of the only agents calling these people, because most of the agents are calling the expireds within the last few days or week. Most of these people are expired, and if they never relisted, it's generally for one of 2 reasons. Number 1, they didn't really want to sell. They were kind of just testing the market. And number 2, maybe they didn't have enough equity in their property and they would have had to written a check to close escrow. So what's been happening in the past couple of years? They've been making payments on their property. The market's been pretty good, so their home is probably worth a little bit more, so now they can afford to sell. So if you want to change this time frame, a couple of ways we can do this. You can go in and actually type the new number for how long you want, or select the icon, it's a calendar right here, and then you can pick the date, the year, the month, how far back you want to go. Alrighty? Step number 2 is select the property type, and we recommend single-family residence. Obviously, you can select condos and townhouses. However, these tend to be more restrictive as far as soliciting, and so it's more challenging to get into. Next, we go up to county, and we're going to select Orange County. Next, we're going to select the city, and for our example, we're going to pick Irvine. The next place you're going to go is pricing, and now this is where it's really important to know what is selling in your area. You need to know your market. So in the area of Irvine, we're going to start the price range at $600,000 plus. And notice down here at the bottom left of the screen, there's 131 matches. So now we're going to scroll over to Map to view these properties and where they're located. Obviously, this is a really large area, and it's too large to cover in one day. Before we go any farther, I want to show you up here in the top right, increase the map size. It shows you specific streets, so if maybe you don't want to cross over Jamboree because the pricing changes, or you don't want to cross the 5 because it's a different type of market. This is where it's really important that you know your market. And notice all of these properties, and this is way too big of an area to cover in one day. 5-5-10 is supposed to take you anywhere from 3 to 4 hours to complete. So we need to narrow down where we're going to go by using these drawing tools up here at the top right. And you should use the radius, the very first one right here. The radius allows us to track the distance and it's going to keep you within approximately a 1 mile range. So we clicked the radius, it's highlighted now. Find the area you want to go to. See the little hand right here? Click and then begin to drag, and notice it telling us the distance, and we get to a mile. Stop. It's going to eliminate every property that is not within this 1 mile radius, and it shows that we have 19 properties in that radius. So our third step is going to be go to results, and this is going to give us a list of the homes available in this radius. Now we need to determine which of these properties are still expired, and the way to do this is over here under the column labeled DOM/CDOM, standing for days on market and cumulative days on market. You're going to select the second set of numbers. Even if the numbers are the exact same, the second set of numbers is the cumulative days on market. It's a complete property history, and this is going to tell you if the property is still expired, if it's sold, if it's relisted, etc. So here's the very first one. What you're looking for is under the heading New Value up here at the top. You're looking for the very first entry, and it needs to be an X. Anything besides an X, the property is not expired. So in this example, notice the property expired in our criteria time frame in the past 6 months, but then it relisted, it's sold, and it's sold for $938. So this is a sold property. Okay, we're not going to obviously solicit these people. So we'll close this one, go back to our list. Let's select the second one. And up here under New Value, it says A for active. You only care about the most recent one. So we're not going to be able to solicit this property. We'll close this one. We're going to continue going down this list until we find 5 that are expired. Again, the first entry under New Value is not an X. We are going to find some, I promise. Let's go here. There you go. So under New Value, the first entry is an X. We can go to 10 Keswick. So we'll select that one. And you're going to continue going down the list until we find 5. We're going to just pretend that we found 5. Next step is you need to add these properties to your cart. So down here at the bottom left, Actions, Carts. Alrighty. Let me make a quick adjustment. We need to have an empty cart when we start. All right, now we're empty. Alrighty. So now, when you come up here and you have an empty cart, you have 5 selected listings. It says cart, my listings, 0. Think of this cart as a shopping cart. You go to Amazon or somewhere online and you buy something. You add it to your shopping cart. You're going to add these 5 expired listings to your shopping cart. So down here on the bottom left, you say add to cart. It's going to change that 0 to a 5. Perfect. Now we have 5 expired listings in our cart. Now we need to find 5 active listings. So go back up to the top, select criteria, top right, excuse me. You're going to deselect expired and select active. This is going to show you the number of matches down here at the bottom left. There's 27, and they are in the same mile radius that we drew before. See, when we clicked on map, now it shows us all 27 properties in here. Now we need to find properties that are easy to access. So go to results up here on the top right. Since we only have 3 to 4 hours to complete the 5-5-10, we are looking ideally for vacant properties, okay? However, you can go if it says call, text, that's okay. You just need to avoid scheduling an appointment, because that's going to definitely slow us down. So let's go over here. We're going to select the MLS number. Then we're going to scroll down till we find showing information. Alrighty. And this first one says it's a seller-controlled lockbox. Then in the remarks here it says, please call or text with at least a 3-hour notice. Remember, you're preparing this the night before, so it's totally fine to add this one. You need a 3-hour notice. You're going to text them the night before and let them know you're coming the next day. So let's select this one, go on to the next property. Again, you're going to look at the showing information, looking for go direct, vacant, something easily accessible. All right, showing information. It says no lockbox. Call the owner. Easy to show. Text this number, make an appointment 3 hours in advance. Perfect. It says make an appointment, but notice it's 3 hours in advance. You're going to do it the night before, so totally would be able to do this one. Continue doing this and looking at showing information until we find 5. Here's an ideal one. There's a lockbox at the front door. It's a vacant property. Awesome. Alrighty. Continue on until we find 5. So we're just going to pick 5 properties. Now we need to take these 5 properties and add them to that shopping cart. So we have 5 selected. Down on the bottom, you're still on carts. It says 5. Now you're going to add 2, and that 5 is going to change to a 10. Now we have 5 active and 5 expired in our cart. Step number 9 is printing. So you need to go back to Actions. Down below it says Print. And you're going to select, wait a minute, back up. Before you do that, go back to the carts. You have to view the cart, all right, because we want to make sure we're only looking at the 10 properties in our cart. So select them all. Now we're going to go back to Actions. Sorry about that. Print, Multimap. See where I am here on the bottom? And let's look at what the Multimap looks like. This is going to show you all of the active listings and then all of the expired listings. Okay, look how it's got us going. Here's number 1, number 2, 3's way up here, 4's down here, 5 back up there. So this is in no particular order, and it has you driving randomly all over the place, making the completion of this 5, 5, 10 in 3 to 4 hours difficult. So let's go a different way about printing. Close this out. It says go back to results and actually select directions. See where I am here on the bottom? This is going to put all 10 properties in an order that makes sense. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All in order. Great. Has them over here, all in order. If we scroll down a little bit, there's a turn-by-turn directions. But say you want to start someplace else. Maybe you want to start from your home, or you want to start from the office. Down here in the bottom right, you see it says add a start, add a stop. You can add a location besides the properties you're going to go to. So we'll click add start, and up here at the top, we're going to add the the office address in Irvine, which is 2355 Main, Irvine. Enter, and here it located the office for us. I want you to also notice that now there's no line connecting these anymore. Okay? If we scroll down, you're going to see there's no turn-by-turn directions anymore because we changed this order. We added something different for number 1. Alrighty. Now it's got us going, here's 1, 2, You don't want to go way up there than 3, 4, 5. Maybe you want to go and start at number 8 and work your way this way. However you want to do it, okay? So this allows us to change the order of these. So let's go down. Let's say we want to make number 8 the very first property that we go to. Here's where you're going to grab this polygon emblem that has an 8 on it. Grab a hold of it and see how we can slide it up there and move its position. Okay, and you go down here and you say directions, and it redrew the line for us. Down below we have come on here. Turn-by-turn directions again, starting at the office, going to the first property, the second property, etc. Notice you have all of the information that you need for each of these properties. It gives you the price, the status, so now you know which property you're going to. Is it active or is it an expired? It tells you the number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, property square footage, and the house square footage. So you have everything that you need to get going. Okay, now you need to start. You're at the first property. What are you going to say when you door knock around these properties? You're going to use the hot market script. Even if someone is not selling, they are still going to be interested in the equity they have in their property. So we're going to go to this active listing at 9 Upland. We preview the property, and I want to remind you the length of time on these previews of these active listings. It's just for you to learn the models in the area, know what's available. You're not out there actually previewing them for a buyer or doing an avid. So it should take you no time at all to do your preview. So you finish the preview. You go to the neighbor's house, knock on the door. Hi, I was just visiting your neighbor's home at 9 Upland, and that home just listed. It has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it listed for $1.210. And I wanted to drop by and let you know how the market is doing. And you go into the hot market script. So now what are you going to do with expireds? It's going to be a little bit different, okay? So you're going to an expired listing. Go to the neighbors. Hi, I was just visiting your neighbors at 10 Keswick, whose home didn't sell. And I wanted to drop by and let them know that their home now could sell for $960,000. And I wanted to let you know how the market is doing. And then you go into the hot market script. The city of Irvine had X number of homes sell in the past 30 days, and of those, so many sold at or above list price. Who do you know that would be interested in taking advantage of this great market? And how about you? So you continue doing that. Very simple. Takes you 20, 30 minutes to prepare all of this the night before. Okay, once you get the hang of it, it's obviously quicker. And then you print this out, you're all ready to go. All right, any questions from anybody, please feel free to reach out to myself, and I can definitely help you with any questions. I wish everybody success in their 5-5-10s, and remember to call in every Friday morning to the group text line so that you be entered for that gas card. All right? Everybody, good luck with your 5-5-10s. See you later.